Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at this picture, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of extra help as far as naming some of these angle pairs in case you just want to see some of them on a picture. Now this picture is a little different in that we do have two transversals, okay? We have a set of parallel lines, which are C and D. We also have A and B, which are cutting through both of those. Really, you can look at all four of these lines as transversals, because line A, as you look at it the way it stands, it cuts through lines, what are those, C and D. Line B cuts through C and D as well, so both of those are transversals. And then if you look at line C, it cuts through A and B, and line D cuts through both A and B as well. So all four of these are considered transversals, okay? So we know that's going to create some pairs. So let's look at some examples here. The question says, angles 1 and 5. What type of angle pairs are those, and what are the transversal that make angles 1 and 5? So here's angle 1, highlight. Here's angle 5 down here. Okay? The transversal, first of all, that makes both of these angles lie on is transversal C. It's the blue line. They both lie on the blue line. So that's a quick one. The transversal is line C. As for what type of angles they are, we look at 1 and 5. They're on the same side of the transversal, which is the blue line. They're not both on the interior, so they're not same side interior. They're not both on the exterior, so they're not same side exterior. So what that leaves is corresponding. They're kind of in the same place on that transversal. So these are going to be corresponding. How about angles 4 and 6? Well, let's go ahead and highlight angles 4 and 6. First of all, let me take a few of these other highlights off here. Now when I look at angles 4 and 6, angles 4 and 6 also are made by a transversal of the blue line, right? The blue line is the line that they both fall on. So that transversal, once again, is C. The question becomes, what type of angles are they? Well, first thing you want to ask yourself is, are they on the interior or the exterior? If the blue line is our transversal, which it is, then our interior is everything in here. Okay, in between those two lines that the blue line cuts through. So that is our interior. Angle 4 and 6 both fall on the interior, so I know it's going to be an interior angle. The question then becomes, are they alternate interiors or are they same side interiors? Because they fall diagonal from each other on the transversal, we're going to call these alternate interior angles. That's going to be my little angles marking there. Okay, how about 4 and 10? Let's look at 4 and 10. Looks like now we're going to be dealing with a different transversal, which is good because we got to be able to look at this in a few different ways. So here's angle 4, here's angle 10. All right. Now, the transversal that both of these fall on are is the yellow line, line A. So I'm going to go down here. The transversal is line A. I should be writing the word line in front of these, sorry. Okay, so the transversal is line A. Knowing that line A is our transversal, this in here becomes the interior. Forget about the green line down there. Wonder if I can even zoom up to kind of forget about it. So with the line A being the transversal, the red part in here is the interior. Everything out here, oops, thought I changed the blue there. Everything out here and out here, this is the exterior. So lines 4 and 10, they fall on the exterior. So now that we know they're on the exterior, the question becomes, are they on the same side or are they diagonal from each other? They're diagonal across the transversal, so these are going to be alternate exterior angles. All right, how about angles 2 and 9? Boy, I put a lot of these on here. Angles 2 and 9. Angle 2. We're once again on the same transversal here. So we're still on line A as our transversal. 2 and 9 are on the same side of the transversal, and they're on the interior of the two lines that A cuts through. So these are going to be same side interiors. We're still on line A. Same side interiors. How about 4 and 12? Well, 4 and 12, we're still on that same transversal. We're still on line A. And the question becomes, when you look at 4 and you look at 12, are they both on the interior? No. Are they both on the exterior? No. One's on the interior, one's on the exterior, so these have to be corresponding. So these are corresponding, and they were still on line A as the transversal. 3 and 9, angles 3 and 9. Okay, now we're still on that same transversal. Here's 3, here's 9. They're both on the interior because my interior is everything in here. Opposite sides of it, diagonal, so these have to be same side interiors. 3 and 9, these are going to be same side interiors, still on line A. Angles 2 and 7, it just hit me that instead of deleting these every time, I can just move this. Here's 2, here's 7. Now I'm back to a transversal of line C. The blue line is now my transversal. So now I want to look at this and say, okay, are they both on the interior? No. Are they both on the exterior? Yes. Because remember, this in here is my interior when the blue line is my transversal. Are they on the same side? Yes. So these are going to be same side exterior angles. SSE, same side exterior. And my transversal in this case was line C. How about 3 and 12? Angle 3 is here. Angle 12 is here. So now my transversal goes back to being line A. When I'm looking at line A, then my interior is in here. So same side interior in this case, because they're both on the same side of the transversal. They're both on the interior of the lines that the transversal crosses through. These are going to be same side interior. And in this case, line A went back to being my transversal. And lastly, angles 1 and 7. Here's angle 1. Here's angle 7. My transversal's back to being the blue line. These are both on the exterior because my interior would be in here. And because they're on the exterior and because they are diagonal from each other, these are going to be alternate exterior angles, and the transversal is line C again.